consider high margin or optimum line. So to consider that thing, I will explain you that thing. Yeah. So let us assume these are the different lines. So here, out of all this line, I'm taking one line like that, and I'm taking one more line like this. Wait a minute. Yeah. So here I will draw one more line like this. So here, and I'm taking one more line like this. So here, these are the different classification line. I want to choose the optimum line. To choose the optimum line, that should be present at the equidistant from the starting points. Let us, if you consider this line, it is somewhat closer to this thing, and it is somewhat far away distance to this point. After that, if you measure the distance with this point, so if you consider this line, here very close point to this thing is this one only. Sorry, I want to take that thing with a different color. Yeah. So here, if you consider same point, so for this point, we have this much distance here, and we have some far away distance here. Okay. You might not understood this thing by this. So I will explain you this thing in the book so that you will get a clear picture of this thing. So here, our support vector machine algorithm choose the optimum line. So that optimum line should be present equidistance from the both sides. So here our algorithm will predict the line which is having optimum distance from the both side, and it will, so here it is, let us assume it is our classification line. No problem, I will explain you this thing in the book so that you will get clear intuition of this thing. So here I told you it will work very well with the linearly separable data as well as linearly non-separable data also. Let us assume I will take the linearly non-separable data. So here let us assume I'm taking the one linearly non-separable line. So here on this, I will take few points. So here let us assume here I'm taking few points. So here these are the some green points, and here I want to take few more points. So here, so this color is not visible on this. So here I want to take few more data points like this. After this, I want to keep green points only. Let us assume it is our data. So here we need to classify this data. So here linearly non-separable data means with the single separation boundary, if we can't separate the data, that is called as linearly non-separable data. Let us assume if it is our data points. So here with the single prediction line, we can't classify this data. Let us assume if you draw a classification like this, line like this. So here let us assume if it is in one category, if it is in another category, it is not possible. So if we want to classify this data, we can't separate this data by using single line. So for that purpose, we need to use trick called kernel. So here, if you want to transform this data, we can convert this data by using, so it is the one-dimensional data. We need to convert this one-dimensional data in the form of two-dimensional by using some mathematical equation. We need to convert this one-dimensional data to two-dimension by applying some mathematical equation that is called as kernel trick. So here, to convert the low dimensional data in the form of high dimension, that is called as by applying kernel trick, we can do this thing. So here let us assume it is the x-axis. So here we need to convert this data in the form by using this equation. I am saying pi of x comma x square. So here I want to square each and every feature x comma x square. So I want to perform this transformation on this data. So here if you apply this transformation, what happens? Let us assume if you have 0 here on the 0. So let us assume here it is 0 point. So if you perform this operation on this data, x on x square. So if you square each and every feature, so let us assume it is minus 2 point, minus 2 square, which is nothing but 4. It comes somewhere here. Whereas if you perform same thing here, minus 1 square, which is nothing but 1 only. Whereas if you perform same thing here, it will become 0 square, which is nothing but 0 only. Same thing, 1 square, which returns 1. So here it is a different category. For that we need to keep different color. So here 1 square, which is nothing but it will return 1 only. Next 2 square, which is nothing but it returns 2 only. And 3 square, which is nothing but it returns 4. Like that, like this square is nothing but it will come somewhere. So here it is the one more point, right? So if we separate that thing, it will come somewhere here. Next point comes somewhere here. So here it will come somewhere here like that. If you observe this data point, it will be looks like one parabola. So here it will looks like one parabola. So here, if you draw a classification line like this, so here, if you draw a classification like this, by using this single line, we can classify this linearly non-separable data also. To separate linearly non-separate data in one dimension, we need to convert the data in the form of more than one dimension. So after converting the data in the form of more than one dimension, by using simple line or simple hyperplane, we can easily classify the data point. That is called as, so here we are converting this linearly non-separable data also in the form of separable form by using kernel tree. So I will explain you that thing in the book so that you will get clear intuition behind this thing. So here it is a book in the book. So here let us assume these are the data points. So here in this data point, we need to draw an optimal classification line. So here in the more than one dimension, this classification line will be said as hyperplane. So here I am drawing this one as an best hyperplane. So here it is in best hyperplane, and we need to draw one line from here. So here whatever the point touching here, for that point we need to draw one line, and here always here onwards, here from the here this point onwards also we need to draw one point. Sorry, I will explain you that thing. Yeah. So here it is the optimal hyperplane. So here in the SVM we have linear classifier as well as it works well for non-linear SVM. So here we have non-linear SVM also. Linear SVM works like in logistic regression model only. So here, if you use the kernel as a linear kernel, that is called as linear SVM classifier. Whereas if you use non-linear separation, so if your data is linearly non-separable manner, then we need to use non-linear SVM classifier. So let us assume, so here it is a problem statement. In this problem statement, so here we have different hyperplanes. So here it is hyperplane 1, and it is hyperplane 2, and it is hyperplane 3. So here out of this, we need to choose which one is the optimum hyperplane. So if you go to this thing, so here one is the optimum hyperplane. So here this is an hyperplane. So if you observe this hyperplane, it is classifying both the data points equally. So here if you observe the distance to this line to nearby point to this thing, and if you observe the distance to nearby point to this thing, it is having high margin. So here we need to have width of this classification line, width of this hyperplane is maximum. We will see that thing in the latter picture. So here from this figure, second figure, if you say the optimum classification line, which one is the optimum classification line? Again, one is an optimum classification line. So here, if you observe this example, in this example, here we have optimum, so one hyperplane and second hyperplane and third hyperplane. We need to choose the best hyperplane out of all these three hyperplanes. So coming to this hyperplane 1, here it is biased to the data points which are having in triangular shape. Whereas coming to this second hyperplane, it is a very good hyperplane and it is an optimum hyperplane. It is having more gain margin. So here it is having high margin. But coming to the any algorithm, coming to the SVM algorithm, mostly it focus on the correct classification. So here if you observe the exact classification, this hyperplane 3 is the best or optimum hyperplane. Out of all these three hyperplanes, this classification boundary 3 is the optimum or best hyperplane. Why? Because this classification line only classifying the data accurately. So here, most of the times we need not to focus on the high margin hyperplane, not only high margin hyperplane. So we need to focus on the good hyperplane. That is, which one categorizing the output. So categorical points clearly or perfectly. So coming to this example, we need to choose the optimum hyperplane. So if you choose the optimum hyperplane, which one is the optimum hyperplane? So here, if you observe the 1 and if you observe the 2, so if you observe the hyperplane 2, it is highly closer to the category circular. So here it is very closer to the circular points. That is nothing but it is biased hyperplane. We need not to choose this hyperplane. Whereas coming to this third boundary, so here it is not categorizing properly. It is not in good hyperplane. So coming to this example, so in this example, I'm not focusing on the data points. Here I'm focusing on the high margin hyperplane. So here one is the high margin or best or optimum hyperplane. Coming to this example, this one is a high margin hyperplane or good hyperplane. So here coming to the nonlinear SVM. So here we have, so with the single separation line, we can't separate this data point. So here it is in the two-dimensional manner. In the two-dimensional manner, we are visualizing the data in this manner. So with the single line, sorry, in the 2D, we can't separate this data with the single line. That's why it is called as linearly non-separable data. So here with the single hyperplane, if you are unable to separate the data, that is called as linearly non-separable data. So to transfer, to separate these data points, we need to apply kernel trick. By applying kernel trick, we need to convert this 2D data in the form of 3D manner. So here, after converting this data in the form of 3D manner, we can easily classify the data. So here we have different kinds of kernels. Those are polynomial kernel. So I will forward you the intuition lectures after finishing this class. Then you will get to know what is what. So here we have polynomial kernel. After that we have radial basis functions by that is Gaussian kernel. After that we have polynomial kernel as well as next radial basis for function kernel. It is a very important kernel. Coming to all the kernel, by default kernel is a RBF kernel. So here for the coming to the polynomial, we have homogeneous kernel as well as non-homogeneous kernel also. So here it is the clear picture. So here it is the data points belongs to one category and these are the data points belongs to one more category. And this line is called as an optimum hyperplane. It is a line which is classifying both the data points equally. So here this line, this entire distance is called as margin. So here this entire distance, so from this point, from the center of the lines to starting point, as well as from the center of line to starting point, this point, this is called as high margin. So here this is called as margin. Whatever the points lies above this thing, those are called as one category point. Whatever the point lies below, these are belongs to one more category. So here it is a linearly separable data. So yeah, good. So here I'm making the question little bit complex. So here it is the data points. So here in between the circular data, so here in between we have circular data points, and out of all this we have squared points. We need to separate this data. To separate this data, we need to convert this 3D data in the form of 2D data in the form of 3 dimension. So if you convert this 2 dimension data in the form of 2 dimension, it will become like this. So here by using single hyperplane, we can separate this data. So after that, we need to visualize this data in the form of 2D only. To visualize the data in the form of 2D, again I am converting the 3D data in the form of 2D. After converting the 3D data in the form of 2D, if you observe this hyperplane in 2D, it will be look like this. So here, whenever you want to convert one data, 2 dimension data in the form of 2 dimension data form in the form of 3D or 4D. So here converting one dimension to another dimension, it is highly computational intensive, and it will highly computational, there highly computational complexity is involved. So to solve that thing, it will take more amount of time. To avoid that problem, we are proposing the kernel. So by using some mathematical equations, we need to convert the data in the form of linearly separable manner. After that, we can apply our machine learning algorithms easily on this linearly non-separable data. So here it is one kind of problem. So here we have data in the form of 2 dimension. For that, we converted the data in the form of 3D by applying kernel trick. After that, we are visualizing the data in the form of 2D only. So here we have data points like this. We need to plot a optimum classification line, that is hyperplane. So here I'm drawing first hyperplane. So here it is misclassifying 2 points. So here in this first image, it is misclassifying 2 points, whereas coming to second image, it is classifying accurately. Whereas here lot of regulation involved. To represent this line, we need to have 1, 2, 3 equations. We need to have 3 equation. It is also here also computational complexity involved. On such cases, we need to use this kind of line only. These two are good lines only. Whereas if you want to slow down your algorithm performance, whereas if you want to get the best accuracy, we need to go with the image 2. Whereas if you want to focus on the performance of your algorithm, that is nothing but speed of your algorithm, better to go with the image 1 only. So here it is this thing. So here we have regularization parameter, which is already specified in the SVM algorithm. While explaining the project, I will explain you that thing. So here after that we have high gamma as well as low gamma. So here, if you observe this line, so here if you want to plot this hyperplane, if you want to draw this line, if you want to consider closed point or nearby points, so whatever the points, if you want to consider the nearby points lies beside this hyperplane, that is called as high gamma. Whereas if you want to consider far away points to draw this hyperplane, if you want to consider far away points to draw this hyperplane, that is called as low gamma. We need to specify the gamma value in the SVM algorithm. Based on this gamma value, it will plot the hyperplane. It will plot the optimum hyperplane. So here, gain margin. So here, as I already told you, gain margin means the whatever the hyperplane you are drawing, that should be present at the equidistance from the both the sides. So that is a good gain margin. That is nothing but if it is having more width from the both side, that is a high margin, sorry, good margin. If it is biased towards one side, that is a bad margin. This is about SVM algorithm theory. So don't worry, after finishing this session, I will forward you the intuition videos, intuition lectures to you. Go through those videos, you will get to know everything. So here I want to apply same algorithm. So here I want to apply this SVM algorithm on our previous data only. So here in this folder itself, we have classification. In this, we have SVM. So here we can use the support vector machines for both classification problem as well as a regression problem also. So here initially we will use this thing for the classification problem. After that, we will use same thing for the regression problem. So here first step is we need to import essential libraries. So here I am importing the essential libraries. So after that, what we need to do? We need to import our data set. So to import the data set, what we need to do? So here in this same working directory, we don't have same file. So here we need to read this file. So for that purpose, what we need to do? We need to specify the directory. We need to read that file which is present at the different location. So for that, I want to go to that working directory. I want to read that file. That CSV file will be present in the KNN algorithm. So here from the KNN algorithm, I want to read this file. So here, this file I want to consider. I want to know the path of this file. So here it is a path. So here we need to specify that path here. After that, we need to read this entire file. From that location, we need to read that file. So for that purpose, we need to specify the R. We read that file successfully. After that, what we need to do? We need to see our data set. So here I want to observe top 5 rows present on that specific data set. So after observing top 5 rows, what we need to do? So here same thing what we did previously, I want to do same thing. So here we need to separate our data set in the form of features as well as response vector. We need to divide a data set in the form of features as well as response vector. We did same thing. After that, we need to, if you want to know the information about your data set, you can know about the data set also. So here it is that information regarding your data set. After this thing, what we need to do? We need to divide our data set in the form of training and test set. Sorry, before that thing, we need to apply, we need to split our data set in the form of training and test set. So here we are doing same thing. So after that, what we need to do? We need to perform feature scaling on our data set. So here I'm performing same thing. After performing feature scaling, what we need to do? Again, we need to apply our algorithm. So here it is the different step. Applying algorithm is the different compared to all the steps. So coming to every algorithm, here it is only the different thing. So here we need to apply support vector classifier. So here we need to apply support vector classifier. So here from sklearn. So from sklearn dot. So from the SVM family, support vector machine family, we need to import SVC. From the support vector machine family, we need to import support vector classifier. So here it is an classifier. It is the class name. SVC is the class name and SVM is the family. Support vector machine family, we have SVC classifier, support vector classifier. So with this classifier, we need to create an object. So here I'm saying classifier equals to SVC. So here I am using SVC classifier. So as I already told you, in this we can specify the kernel or anything. So here initially I will see the information regarding this SVC classifier. To know the information regarding this SVC classifier object, we need to enter Shift tab. So here, after clicking on the Shift tab, it will return the entire behavior of this data set. So here, as we already see, so here C is called as regularization parameter. Remember this thing? C is called as regularization parameter. By default, it is 1. So in the book, I show you this thing. So here we have trade-off kind of thing. Where, yeah, in one example, we saw trade-off kind of thing. Where it is. Yeah, here. So here, if you want to specify, if you want to separate both the data points with a single line, here we need to specify regularization parameter as Z1. So whereas if you want to represent the classification line like this, here we need to specify regularization parameter as 1, 2, 3. So here, if you specify C equals to 3, it will categorize the line. If it will plot the line in this manner. So here, if you want to plot this kind of lines, we need to specify the regularization parameter. In this, regularization parameter is replaced with C. See here, C is nothing but regularization parameter. Kernel, we have different kinds of kernel. By default, kernel is the radial basis function. That is nothing but Gaussian kernel. So after watching the intuition videos, you will get to know what is the difference between these different kernels. So after this, we have gamma parameter. So as we already saw, this gamma parameter here itself. Low gamma, high gamma. We saw low gamma, high gamma, right? Like that, here we have gamma function. So here these are not that much important function. These are the major attributes, that is kernel trick as well as degree. So here by default, polynomial of degree will be 3 only. So RBF degree by default is 3 only. Whereas initially I want to use a kernel as linear kernel. So in the SVM algorithm, I want to use a linear kernel. So to use the linear kernel here, what we need to do? Here we need to specify. So madam will forward you the one more link. Connect with that link within 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, so that we will proceed further. So here I want to use the linear kernel initially. I am specifying linear here. So after that, here I want to specify random state also. If you want to specify the random state, you can specify the random state also. So here I'm specifying random state equals to 0. Here I'm saying random state equals to 0. So